Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome home. Welcome back. My name is Jay, and today's video we are going to be discussing our daily bread. We're going to be reading that today, and it is July 16th, 2019. It is Tuesday. It is not Monday. We made it through our Monday. Whoop, whoop. Oh my goodness. Yes, amen. It was a Monday yesterday. Today's title is called Precious. I've never seen this movie, and if I have seen it, I was just walking through a room where everyone else was watching it. I never really ever sat down and watched this series. But let's see what it's about. My Precious. The first portray in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings trilogy the image of the emaciated creature Gollum in his manic obsession with a precious ring of power. I think I don't know what this says. I don't know if he's an elf or what, but I have no idea, and you can correct me below. Get back to the reading. Has become an ironic one today for greed, obsession, and even insanity. It also a troubling, relatable image. In his tormented love and hate relationship with both the ring and himself, Gollum's voice echoes in the hunger in our own hearts, whether it's directed at one thing in particular or is a vague longing for more. We're sure that once we finally get our own precious, we will be satisfied. But instead, what we thought would make us whole leaves us feeling even emptier than before. There's a better way to live, as David expressed in Psalm 16, when the longings in our heart threaten to send us on a desperate quest of satisfaction. We can remember to turn to God for refuge, and reminding ourselves that from Him we have nothing. And as for our eyes stop looking for satisfaction out there, to gaze into God's beauty, we find ourselves finally tasting true contentment, a life of basing in joy of God's presence, and walking with Him each moment in the way of life, now and forever. Wow. This one hit home hard. The first, today's reading is going to be taken out of, there's a Psalms 16 verse 1 through 11, and there's an excerpt taken out of that as Psalms 16 verse 2. You are my Lord, apart from you I have no good thing. And the question today, it states, what's the thing you often turn to for satisfaction when you lose sight for God? That's number one's question. Number two, who can be the source of the support and love for you when you feel trapped in your addiction to more? Whew. I think you were talking. I think the little guy, and I don't know what he was. It's an undescribed species. When I looked up the definition, he had a ring, and he was saying, "Oh my precious." I need to do my notes. Oh my precious, my precious. You know, I've had this ring since my father gave it to me. It was his wedding ring from years ago, and it's always been on my finger. My precious. When I was reading this, I was going one direction, and when I finish it, it's like boom, this direction. And it's funny where it leads me down, but it's like, whoop, nope, you're here. This is what you need to talk to about. And I'm happy this one came up because it's reality. What's the thing that you often turn to for satisfaction when you lose sight of God. When I got remarried there in Kansas in August of 2014, no, 2015, I apologize. Wow, that's a bad thing. 2015, within a couple of months, we got transferred here. And honestly, I was so excited. And hear me out. I was so excited for a new beginning. I was so excited that it was a new beginning with Ray and I. It was a situation where it's like I can finally escape. I shouldn't say escape. I can move on because of what I've overcame during that dark time in my life. And I'm not reliving it with memories or things reminding me as locations or objects or things around that town of what I had gone through. So I was wholeheartedly, yes, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. Sorry, I'm trying to get the angle. Let's go. And so we arrived, and we got into a rental right away. We didn't buy yet, not knowing, we wanted to wait for a year, not knowing if we're going to be moving again situation. And it was got here in December 2015. And in March of 2016, my life turned around. And I'm always thinking, God, if I didn't move here to El Paso, I wouldn't be living in pain daily. If I didn't move to El Paso, I wouldn't be so without family. If I didn't move to El Paso, I wouldn't be so homesick. If I didn't move to El Paso, there's so many things that I was going over and over in those years. And it's only been, I think we're going to be going on our 4th year, 2016, yeah, we're over 3 years now. But if I didn't move to El Paso, and experience all of those negative, to me, I thought at that time they are horrible situations, I would never have gained the relationship I have with God. That's the beauty part of it. Thinking that going back home as the ring, the precious, the everything within it, I'm strong, this would never have happened. But I think God needed to say, you know what, I know I've had you stumble. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry, Luna, I didn't mean to do that. I've had you to stumble. I've had you to question, and I've had you need me, meaning me needing God. That is it. My precious, my ring is my Savior. That's who I can relate this to today. Yes, I do want to move. Yes, I want to go back to the Midwest. Yes, I want to be close to family. Believe me, it's on my heart. God knows it is. He's working on it. He is. Last night, the news that we heard, it's like, okay, things are falling together. He knows. Yesterday was a very very good day. It was a reminder. And you don't fail at something if it doesn't work out. It just means you try again. Because we know, how can I put it? Don't lose focus. If it's not as soon as you want it to be, don't lose focus. Number 2. Let me make sure I answered number 1, because sometimes when I go back and watch myself, I'm thinking, that's pretty vague, Jay. What are you getting at? So number 1, what's the thing you often turn to for satisfaction when you lose sight of God? And what I turn back to is I think about what He needed from me during this time is to trust Him and build a relationship and build the trust and call on Him and be His servant. You know, He's been there a lot more for me than I've been there for Him. And I need to catch up for the fact that He doesn't judge me. He knows that I make mistakes, but He knows my thoughts. He knows my words. And I think about the day the vehicle hit our vehicle. I remember that moment at 10 something in the morning. I remember that moment. And the pain shooting up and shooting down. And that was the day I called on Him, saying the prayer over and over and over. Who can be a source of support and love for you when you feel trapped in your addiction to more? You know, and the whole situation with more is that I feel guilty saying I really, really want to move. I really do. And the reason why I feel guilty is that He has given so much to both of us here. He really has. I am very humbled of the people that have came into our lives and riding along with this journey with us. And He knows that. And it's almost in a way where, if you can relate, it's like the time is coming up. I'm getting ready. It's like, I think the way I can relate it to women, to be honest with you, is like you're nesting. If you've had children, you nest before the birth of the child. You clean or you get things organized, and that's what I'm doing. I'm nesting. I'm getting things organized. I'm getting things detailed. And I've been doing that since last November. Cleaning out the closets, donating, cleaning out the house, meaning the kitchen, and organizing. So when this big day comes, which is coming soon, it's a situation where it's like, I'm ready. He's with me because I need Him with me. So when it comes to it, who can be a source of support and love for you when you feel trapped in your addiction of wanting more? God is my source, because there are times where I get frustrated. I get very frustrated, just like you, and every day. I get frustrated with Ray. I get frustrated with my children. I get frustrated with, but that doesn't make me, they get frustrated with me. And the reasoning is that sometimes we put that ring before us as our precious and not seeing the whole picture. Me being frustrated with my children is that I'm wanting to be close to them. And they're learning to be themselves, independent, but I want to be with them. That's where my frustration is. I love my kids. I love my babies. I love my grandson. I love all of the kids, Ray's kids. It's just, and there's Ray. He is tackling his own journey and his own obstacles as and it comes to it. I need to step back and say, you know what? I need to stop being so not sympathetic. We fall into that trap. We fall into the ring, as in the precious. So when you get into that frustration with a situation, I really want you to step back and I want you to pray. Take yourself away from the situation, go to a quiet space and ask for guidance from God. Ask for the words, ask for the wisdom, and you got to trust Him. You have to trust Him. You have to have faith. It's the best gift He's ever given you. My life is so much different today since March 6, 2016. Different. No more drama. I don't want to deal with any drama. When you get fixated on something, an object, we lose sight. I had lost sight very much, and it was in my 20s and early 30s, I have to admit. My sight, believe it or not, it was very, I felt like material items fulfilled me. Having that one object fulfilled my emptiness of my family. And the object was the old Christmas tree. If you go back and watch my 2018 Vlogmas, you see the tree that is over 50 years old, the vintage Scottish pine, and how I had it decorated. It's in the intro of how I do the camera, and I had to step back because I was by myself for Christmas. Ray was deployed. I was no family here. And I had to step back and think, the tree is not fulfilling that emptiness. It's my faith. My love of the family is just a reminder. So the guilt that came over me, and God doesn't want me to feel guilty. He wanted me to recognize what I was doing incorrectly. I am very honored to have the family tree. I am so honored. So honored. And I respect that because of the tradition of it. But I lost my way when I was trying to get it. And now I have it. Is it the same feeling? Is it giving me the same feeling as I wanted it during that time as the precious ring? I had taken, my mother came and visited me last year in October, and I had all of my Halloween stuff up, and I thought, you know what, she's not seen this tree for many years, because she sent it to me. And I had put it up and I decorated the house Christmas, and my mother probably thought I was going a little crazy because it's like, why do you have Christmas now? And it's like, I wanted it to be like it was. And I lost the grasp of the knowing I needed to live in the moment. She loved it. She's very happy I did it. But we made our own memories. And that's the beauty of it. I am very, I don't know what's ever going to happen to it. If something happens to me, I don't know what's going to happen to the tree. And the reasoning why I say that, I don't know if my children, my next generation, feels the same as I feel. But it's not about the precious ring or the tree. It's having faith. And I'm always learning that. We're always learning to build a relationship with God. Always. Don't be hard on yourself if you stumble. Ask for forgiveness. Have that time with Him. That's all He wants from us. And to be a servant, and to respect our neighbors, our loved ones, our family, our friends. In today's prayer, God, forgive me for thinking I can find what I need apart from you. Thank you for always being there, even when I forget to look for you. Draw me to your side to live in the joy of walking with you. Do you have the golden ring? Do you have the golden ring? Or do you have the relationship with God? I know what I have, and I know what I need. I pray this reading might help somebody if you're hearing it. I hope I came across clear. God, forgive me for thinking I can find what I need apart from you. And thank you for always being there, even when I forget to look for you. And draw me to your side to live in the joy of walking with you. Thank you. So till next time, please enjoy your Tuesday, July 16th. It is a Tuesday. Have a beautiful day. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. For we just don't know what part of their journey they're on. I love you. And we'll see you soon.